Yes, people. Oh Lord. Yes, 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 yes. Here. Who's no way? Alright. Yes. I hear the show. Job what you working on here. Already a little project. Right is the what is considered to be the Japanese platform bed. Right? It's a low bed. Right? In the structure itself, it's low. Right? It's the bed itself come up to let's say 8 inches off the ground, right? With the top piece, it's inch and a half on the sides, and it floats. In other words, it's out on the right. The mattress. This here is built for like one of those 12-inch mattress. So if it's built for a 12-inch mattress, when you put the 12-inch inside, and it rests from here, the mattress itself, from the floor to the top of the mattress will be 18 inches. Right? That's almost the height of a standard chair. In other words, that you have a sitting chair, it's 18 inches, and that's what is considered to be standard for one of those chairs. So the mattress itself stops about here, right? And has a little space for the pillows, where you're going to put the pillows on top there. And this piece on top here is where you're going to want a piece of mirror. You want to get a piece of looking glass on the top, right? So even though here it's straight, because the mattress itself, when the mattress comes, the mattress for the bed usually, is so even though that here is, when you reach up to here, if you notice, the back has a little lean because it's low, so it gives you a little kick or a little, so you can see better for your functions. And we have on the edge of it, we have different pieces of wood. I don't know if you can pick it up again because different pieces of wood inlaid, at the end of it going around. You see different pieces. And we have the little squares, as I tell you, it represents the people of Trinidad, the little who have a low gland, Chinese, and right? And so that's we have the squares, and here these circles go these little holes, right? These drill holes, we're gonna plug them with different pieces of lumber, right? That's what we're gonna put on different pieces of lumber. And on the side, if you look at well, you might be able to see it, we have holes on the side, which we're gonna plug with different pieces of lumber until the whole Callaloo mix up thing, right? And this is a queen size, right? So as I say again, and it has it's a strong. The edges is strong. It's not you can walk. Yeah, you have to walk on the platform right on the wouldn't break off. All right. Let me see. What else? Yeah. So everything from the floor, it would sit 18 inches off the ground, and that 18 inches is usually the height of a sitting chair. So at 18 inches will drop you here, and you have one row of pillows, and so you get the mirror space on the back there. And it's all clean lines, right? So this is something that we're working on, right? Some people might be able to pick up on some of the ways that I'm doing, or how I might be showing things. Number one, I'm doing this for myself at my own time. Sometimes I have to try and hustle it in, and the camera is standing right here, so I can't, and I'm working by myself to get this information out. Because if I didn't decide to do it here, right, I ain't seeing nobody doing it, right? I mean, to people from other parts of the world, they might want to know what, because I have messages, people saying, they can't understand some of it. But it takes a lot of time to do this and build these things at the same time. Woodwork is not at the highest in Trinidad and Tobago right now. You understand? Maybe in other parts of the world, yes, as I can see. But in Trinidad, so I'm doing this on my own time, and then, some people say, yeah, you suppose. And people now getting accustomed to the idea of a different looking piece of furniture. So sometimes the man who is different, who might want it different, he is not, sometimes he is the man who wouldn't have the most money. So he is the man who would buy a bed like this, and then if you put it, it's easier to sell him than sell people who have different ideas. Right? So that's the idea. So, some of these things I don't sell them as expensive as they might look because this is the only way that I can get it to put it up here. If I build them and put new designs into for simple people, people who just want something different, and after I'm finished, sometimes to edit these things, and everything has a cost for doing it. But like other parts of the world, you see these people who do this, they are sponsored and all this. I am sponsored myself because Trinidad has not reached to the level of that kind of group, like what is considered to other countries, right? So as we go along, sometime down the line, I'll try and maybe get a better camera and all this kind of thing. Right? But I still have to see about myself and I have to create these things. And so as we go along, it's going to get a little better. But what is going to happen? Lots of the people who have been viewing and watching, as crazy as it might look, will have a better understanding because I'm doing it live. In other words, you can go. I've been doing this a long time. My Facebook page is full of pictures and working on projects. So you can go there and you see the same ideas, and within you see me do it with my hands. Pictures, I think if you're into woodwork and you learn somewhere, it can give you another idea that you can create something. The idea is not, it's basic. So it's basic things like mortise and tenon and the proportion, and then you could put whatever you want in it. And always tell people if we are working with squares, if we're working with other patterns where we have to take use different ideas. Right? So you have to bear with me for the while, right? And one of the things, I'm doing this for myself because one of the things when too many people get into it, some people tend to bring too much ideas. Sometimes these ideas, they're not actually going to help me create a piece of furniture. They're going to try to control it, what I'm supposed to say and what I'm not supposed to say and all this kind of thing. I'm going to upgrade, hopefully, very soon, but I might be doing furniture again. No. Because I'm going into windows and doors and wooden louvers, because the world is going into these small houses which have been one long time and all these new different houses. So I might do a few of those. That might be, something. But for now, I have to run. I'll try and see if I can edit it a little better. But I have to run so a little bit until I accumulate more funds because I'm funding myself and I'm building these things to fund myself. Maybe when we reach, although I have one of a kind that you cannot find nowhere in Trinidad, and with the fellows who are one of a kind other parts of the world, I don't know how. Then so we'll try and see if we can do it a little better so people can get a better understanding. And I think this is time that I take, we have Trinidad big companies with doing woodwork in Trinidad here. And I think they should think about putting other information forward so that when we have some of the youths coming, they can have an idea. Because I know we had big companies past, and I know we still have some joiners who, because of the mighty dollar, they decide that I'm not training anybody. But the thing about it is you're not even documenting your own self. Because all the ideas that you've been doing now is going to be lost because this is the world book, so everybody is doing something, and I think you should try and document yourself. So 50 years down the line, like how somebody asked me to give them a history on past furniture in Trinidad here. I can't give you no history on it. There's no written history. I can break it down and give you the history based on how I know it's built, and I can tell you based on my knowledge and further. But there is no written history like other parts of the world. And we are still doing the same thing again today because everybody making the same thing over and over and over, and think that we're not supposed to use our hands. I have to always throw that in. And I've been doing this 20 years in Trinidad here. Some people it's the first time you see me because of the internet. Furniture is not. I even try to sell my furniture to people in Trinidad. They look at me like, and them I did not live here. So I know, you know, they would rather say, well, buy a piece of furniture from a name, same 4 legs. Sometimes it might be a strong because few of the platform beds that you were going to buy. If you bring it from some other place, you can do this and that. Right? And somebody's going to say, well, because it has a name that's supposed to be recognized, the small man who does work like me, you know, where ours is supposed to sell, you know, for the lease. So, I just think let more people come up here. Now is the only time. Now is the time that plenty people, youths and things should come up here and take their phone and they can make a social stick. Leave some kind of idea. And that is the whole idea that I've been telling people the longest while. Creates living and leaving no idea. I can keep telling people you can't make cars. And they're not even trying to melt steel and mold and make a part. So, because I'm seeing people, blacksmiths, you know, doing all kinds of it. Why do we not, you know, we're not creating nothing. We have lumber here and we still are not creating anything. Something different. That's why I have different hats and different pieces of wood, because that's when we that I can stand on out here. Right? So, all these little issues, you know, it's things that we have to deal with. And I alone can't be used for it to, you know, for it to get better. I think other people can come and put themselves up here too. So people saying this is the best, and I the only one that win, and we have 200 and how much videos to put up there. And all kinds of different things that will show people how to make a iron board, a quick cupboard. Yeah, quick cupboard. These things is elementary. Not only board, elementary. You know, little tables and things I'm going to try. To do it slow, but remember, if I'm here working by myself and I'm funding myself, the time that I'm taking to do all this, I'm not getting paid for it. And think about it. If somebody else could have do that, they'll call him a professor. You know, something like that. So, just bear with me. We're going to get there. You understand? And then I'm going to start all over again from the restoration, and I'm going to start building with my hand. I'm going to use my hand. I'm going to show these people, you know, show you this drill here, you know, and you can just take a piece of steel and melt it and pound it and put it inside here. Like that. Just like that. Quick. Not really a one. Because it's a little too high. But let me see if it can work. Too high. But then, you know, you have a, I will plug that. It's a little too high from the top. But you see how it is, you get the idea. So, we just a little workshop talk, you know, and showing people what I'm doing. You know, you look at the finish. And again, it's not to make it like me, you know. No, that's not the idea. The idea is, so you could build an idea and build it in your own. It's just a square. I keep telling people it's a square. You know, that's corners, you know. That's just so nobody put in it. So that was just a little workshop talk. And as I say again, when things get better, the videos going to get better. You know, and the art furniture now, so they might pay a little more. Some kind of thing, we don't know. Because you know, I've changed my mind plenty like my hands. So I might get up in the morning and feel to build 10 doors just to show that I can build that. We should be building more doors or some 10 different chairs because, you know, put different ideas into it. Or different cupboard or something like that. You know? So that's how it will be. And we'll be getting a little better at least I hope. And I hope it will. So, you know, Japanese platform bed, and look out for the color. Yes, I will mix up the color, you know. Color, mix up everything, and you will still see the inlays and everything in it, right? I think about the color. So I ain't really have nothing, it's whatever. Never know. And the person will say,